Guys, now if you were ever thinking that you have gotten so much information about the Natasha versus Godswill Akpabio saga, then trust me, you're seriously on a long thing. Why did I say that? Because in this her latest revelation in an interview with Akpabio, she has opened yet another chapter of the saga between herself and Godswill Akpabio. And trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Now, a lot of people were saying that, why is it that Natasha has not been able to come up with the evidence all this while against Godswill Akpabio? In this video, you're going to be seeing everything and her response that has broken the internet. Take a look at the video for yourself, but please don't go anywhere because I'll be coming back to give you some of the reactions of Nigerians as well.
When I press like, oh, dear SP, I've tried to present this a number of times. Why don't you allow me? He goes, Natasha, so you now see that no matter how many times you report to your husband, you have to meet with me. This is my space. Talk to me, blah, 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 make me happy and all of that. So I don't want to go into this, but the point is, I have a number of times met with people, even some senators.
Did you regret telling your husband about the sexual harassment when it started?
No, I didn't regret not telling him. The first thing is, a lot of women find it very difficult to speak about sexual harassment. Even women who are raped, many of them don't speak about it, and that's the worst part of it, because there's a burden of shame that comes with speaking of sexual harassment, especially in this part of the world whereby it's a taboo for women to speak about any violation of her body or interests. You understand? As a society, we have not developed to a point whereby certain conversations are allowed. And I think probably it doesn't mean I don't trust my husband, but I think I was looking at preserving the friendship between himself and the Senate President. I didn't want
the relationship is totally collapsed right now.
Well, I think as for me, I don't think I would want to maintain any friendship with a person who does not respect boundaries, and I don't think we would have.
They're claiming that there are no evidence, no shred of evidence that you can prove that Akpabio harassed you sexually.
Is this the court?
No, not the court.
Exactly. So no, let's leave that part.
And I've come back to the fact that you're a lawyer.
Yes, let's leave that part. At the right time, I will prevent at the right time and in the right space, I will present the evidence that I have. But let me say this. While I was illegally suspended, I was not given a chance for the matter to be investigated. And then the committee that was set up, which was headed by Senator Neda Emaswen, they did not invite me. The first time the invitation was sent out, it was on the 5th. That was the very day I submitted the petition. There was a court order that the committee should not sit for 72 hours, but explain to the court the reason why I should face that committee. They went ahead, had the session, had the meeting, they came up with the suspension, and there were also complaints by some senators that their signatures it was the attendance sheet that was used to endorse the report and not the senators themselves, which also amounts to the report being fraudulently conducted, which also again means my suspension is void ab initio as well. So a whole lot of irregularities surround my suspension. And then again, when I asked why was I suspended, they said I was not suspended for the sexual harassment. I was suspended for gross misconduct. And then you ask, what exactly was my gross misconduct? What did I do that amount? They say it's because I violated the Senate rules. But are they not in violation of the Senate rules? The Nigerian Constitution does not allow an elected officer to be suspended. But then the Senate says they are bound by their own Senate rules. The Senate rule says that a senator should be suspended for a maximum of just 14 days. Where did they get the 6 months?
I have just about 60 seconds, and I'd like you to answer like 2 questions quickly for me. And the one is about the interparliamentary meetings that you went, and the Senate President was also there. And the fact that you were also removed as the chair of the Senate Committee on local content. These were issues that some people thought things were rosy. You were there with Senate President, but after you were removed as the chair of the local content, that was where you got upset because you were protesting your removal.
Let me say this. I believe that removing me as one of the senators participating in the IPU and denying me participation in some United Nations activities and many other, not allowing me to speak on the floor of the Senate, participating in debates. I was silenced pretty much for 7 months from July last year.
Even though you were judged as one of the best senators.
Yeah, most of my activities were done because I found a way of lobbying around my colleagues, lobbying around ministers and agencies, and I was able to attract these projects. I was not given on any gold platter in the chambers. So removing me as a chairperson committee on local content and all of these other things were just, like I said, a lot of malice. It got to a point whereby he didn't want me to thrive. He was frustrating me and trying to break me down, so I would succumb and fall into his whims. But again, let me say this. The reason why I speak about the sexual harassment is because a lot of women do suffer. It's a very common societal vice that many people don't speak about it, and I hope to be a voice and give courage to many women, not only in schools but in corporate arena, in political spaces, so that women in Nigeria will have safe spaces to be able to thrive.
Embarrassing the nation.
I'm not embarrassing the nation. I'm just bringing awareness so that there can be better reforms, and women like my daughters will feel safer.
Santa, who are you going to go? If there's someone who can resolve this politically out of the court, who would that be?
I haven't thought about that, but if there is,
like this to be resolved politically out of the court?
It depends. It all depends. Let me tell you, when I spoke up about sexual harassment, I was not seeking financial compensation. I just wanted to put out my story and have the Senate President leave me alone so I could walk. Right. That was all I wanted.
Senator, we are on the top of the hour, totally out of line. I have really got, but thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Natasha Akpoki.
And I'm going to tell people, stand up to bullies. Find the courage to speak your truth.
Alright guys, so I'd like us to take a swipe at what some Nigerians had to say about Natasha's interview. Don't ask, said the woman fine, no wonder Akpabio no fit control himself. Something where you go ask nicely as guy man, you won't force am. Another response came from Ajay, who said, I live in Anambra State and I'm from Kogi State. I love Senator Natasha. A response also came from Beneg, who said, my amiable lioness, Senator Natasha, may you live to put more effort to the survival of this evil occultic contraption called Nigeria. Any weapon formed against you will never succeed. Wow. Another one came from Alabi, who said, decent, bold, beautiful and intelligent, eloquent, charismatic, etc. Complete woman. True leader, this woman is presidential material any day, anytime. May God promote her in Jesus' name. Wow. Remarkable feedback indeed. Nalin said, I love Senator Natasha. I love everything about her. Of course, she's a beautiful lady. Another one came from Emmanuel that said, she should run for Nigeria president, bold and intelligent. God will help you, my daughter. And Frank said, please protect Senator Natasha by all means necessary, period. Oluseyi said, brilliant, bold, strong, beautiful, intelligent Natasha. And Kelly said, Senator Natasha, honestly, I'm super happy for you. You really make us pride. God bless you for your genuine heart. A response came from Queen, said, God will use Senator Natasha to bring a change in Nigeria who has evil leaders. Another person responded by name Rasa, said, I hail you, madam. People like Natasha are a blessing to our generation. Must a man sleep with every woman around him unless he goats? God is with you, madam. And Josie said, I like Mr. Sheung question, and I also love the Senator Natasha response. I tell you, my great Nigerian, Senator Natasha is the best. I love her so much. I wish I can see her face to face. Wow. Ozion said, stand up for bullies, find the courage, speak your truth, distinguished Senator Natasha. Wayo said, Senator Natasha, you are a rare gem. We are praying for you. You are bold and beautiful. You are a total woman. God bless you among women. Halima said, Mashallah, I like her boldness, love, and respect for her people. African Library said, we love you, ma. God bless and keep you through the trying times.